You are now listening to 103.69.9. We'll be getting started momentarily. Please keep all limbs within inside the vehicle at all times. This will be chaotic. Shout out XO. And this has been brought to you by the University of XO. XOU, if you will. Now, back to your regular scheduled programming. Okay. Because we're not going to be playing music. Okay, well, welcome, XO, to attempt number 2. But you know what? Mistakes happen. And that's one of the things we're going to be discussing today. Sins. I'm on that Libra scale. I'm weighing sins and forgiveness. Tunchi, baby. Oh. Sorry for that. You probably don't want me back now, but there we go. Welcome back. Hey guys, welcome to the Allie Rhythm. My name is Allie. I don't have rhythm, but I sure do have a wrinkle brain, and I like to use it, baby. What do I like to use it on? Well, things I'm passionate about, because I'm a passionate person that gets very passionate about the things that I'm passionate about as passionately as possible, period. And I just happen to be the first self-identified. I am the very first The Weeknd historian. Woohoo! Guys, that makes me feel so happy. It makes me feel so good to say, because no one's claimed that shit. No one's claimed it. I don't see any females out here on TikTok or YouTube. Like, come on, give a girl. You know what? Guys. Oh my God, stop it. Stop. I'm blushing. Why'd you stop? Anyway, so we are just going to be out here in the streets dancing in the flames together as we go through some symbolism, some themes. I want to hear from you, especially XO, and try to figure out what the meaning behind my overlay is. I mean, oh no. Ooh. Oh God. Okay. The Weeknd. Ava Makona Tesfaye has 3 trilogies. In those 3 trilogies, there are 3 albums. Within those, what's up, Mary Mac? Oh my God, thank you for the sub. What the hell? Okay, you know what? A queen recognizing another queen. Let's fucking go. Mary Mac, Mary Mac, Mary Mac, Mary Mac. This for you, baby. This for you, baby. For you, baby. Hey. Because like, I don't actually know what enticed you to do that, but girl, I'm assuming, okay, the dollars though. Please stop throwing money at me. Just kidding, keep going. How the fuck do I zoom out of my face? Okay, well, like I said, it's gonna be a shit show. That's gonna happen. We're gonna feel very much so. The chat will be like this sometimes. Oh my God, Mary's here. through Trainer. That's so great. Oh my good. I thought you meant that you're Mary Trainer. And I was like, but now it makes sense. Okay, guys. El Weekend, fin de semana, began the career with the first of 3 trilogies, House of Balloons. For the sake of today's conversation, we're actually going to be starting all the way in Hurry Up Tomorrow. But I just want it to be known that there are 3 trilogies. The first one begins with House of Balloons. And this is what I would call the era of trilogy, because this does end up becoming one of the 3 mixtapes created for redoing they redid the audio. I don't know. Did they fine tune it? I don't know. But they added 3 extra songs and then they like put the album together. I guess so it could be monetized. That makes sense. Yeah, I would do that shit too. Forget SoundCloud at that point. Yeah, so Trilogy is the first 3 mixtapes. House of Balloons, this baby right here, 2011, when I got introduced to that motherfucker. Oh man. And then Thursday being really dark. All of these are concept albums, by the way. We are not paying attention to the music of The Weeknd like we are to the music of Taylor Swift. And hold on. I said what I said. Oh, what a shot. Can you get like lower? Let's. How are you? Guys, by the way, are any of you in any of the states that have been impacted by the weather? Please let me know, because that's really important. Just making sure y'all are good. Or if you are one of the few states that were spared. Kill the spare! No! Okay, you didn't need the goblet of fire. Oh, my bad. You're gonna get it anyway. So yeah, I would like to introduce finally the video for the day. So if y'all can put your paws together. He's cardboard. Oh no! Oh yes, it's fine. Oh no! Oh, darling. I can't. Huh? Hey! There we go. It's me, that beach. Oh. Okay. I think I'm finally situated. Let me explain the reason for the chaos. My cousin Angie was in town for this last weekend. We were going to be recording her reacting to Hurry Up Tomorrow. I'm sorry, to the entire discography of Daddy Weeknd, Daddy Abel, sorry. Daddy Weeknd, because they're not the same person anymore. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Wait, bitch. Anyway. Ooh, the id, the ego, the super ego. I gotta look into that and how that ties in with the. But I digress. The Weeknd's second mixtape was called Thursday, where he would only ever screw this girl on a Thursday. And then when she found out that he's been with girls Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and that's why he doesn't like reach out to her at all, because she's only Thursday. Oh, she goes through some shit. She's like fucked up because of that. And to the point where like there gets to be a point where in the Birds Part 1, that was a hint towards my overlay. Okay. The Birds Part 1. No, sorry, The Birds Part 2. It starts with a gunshot, and then whoa, boom, boom. I said, please mercy me. I can't sing, okay? Or rather, I can, but I don't want to have you force hearing me sing when I can't play it because I'm on YouTube also. You know, like, okay, fuck. Never mind then. Thank you. Echoes of Silence is the third mixtape that makes trilogy. Echoes of Silence begins with Dirty Diana and it ends with Till Dawn, Here Comes the Sun in trilogy. Echoes of Silence in the mixtape. That ends very hauntingly. The reason why my streams are all fucked up are because I tried to play the song earlier. Who knew that some like big church bells that sound like it's got a memorial or funeral? You gotta admit, the beginning of Echoes of Silence, it was giving the echoes, but more importantly, it just felt hollow. But you're at a church or you're mourning. I don't know. The mourning, bitch, wrinkle brain. You're like, what does that have to do with anything? It'll tie back later. So that ends the 3 first albums, mixtapes, known as trilogy. What happens after trilogy? That's when you started finding out about this guy. I, on the other hand, am a cultured girly. Just kidding. I lived in Miami. There was no way I was not going to find out about The Weeknd. I didn't mean to do that. Very funny, God. Well, we have a second trilogy, baby. You know what that second one begins with? Kissland. Kissland. I'm not going to go and try to get the damn... Wait. I'm not going to go and try to get the cover for it because that's just so far and I'm not here to ruin things any further. So we are going to just know that Kissland begins the second trilogy. The second trilogy's name... Ow. Second trilogy's name is The Fall. Now, why The Fall? I call it The Fall. I ain't scared of the fall. And if you would like for me to rap King of the Fall, just freestyle, not freestyling, just like off the cuff, I would love nothing else more. Anyway, let's get this. How are you guys liking the blonde hair, by the way? I know. I can do what I like. I said you can do whatever you like. Okay, let's do trilogy. Trilogy 1, otherwise known as trilogy House of Balloons, otherwise abbreviated HOB, Hob, and are you saying yes, please? Like you want to hear me rap it? I'm add it up. I just ate the shit for breakfast. Put her in a cup, then mix it up with Texas. Chest getting heavy like a midget on my necklace. Bitches down, we can't make all of your bitches jealous. About to leave the street with a... I'm trying to make sure that I don't accidentally say the N-word because I'm trying to like... Fuck, I lost myself. I think that that's what you were saying yes for. But real quick, Thursday, not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, but Thursday. You'll begin to see this guy has calendar affiliated things. Like, for example, Wednesday Addams was in his movie. So now he covers Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday, bitch. Nobody wants Monday. What is left? Nothing. Just Tuesday. I was born on a Tuesday. I'll take the hit. You can call me Tuesday. Thanks. Okay. HOB Thursday, Echoes of Silence. Okay, I'm gonna wreck King of the Fall. So King of the Fall technically hasn't even been released at this point yet. It actually gets released during the second trilogy. Wait a minute, that makes even more sense as to why this is called The Fall. Good job, Brinkle Brain. I'm trying to give myself dopamine. God, just let the girl be proud of herself. Second trilogy, The Rise. I'm going to wrap it after I write this out. And The Rise consists of Kissland, his first ever experience outside of Canada. He had never been on a plane until this. This is an entire concept about a woman of the night and leaving the person that you said you didn't really care about and like you treat like crap back at home while you go and live this tour life, the EXO tour life. And then you're like saying goodbye to her, but then you realize that you're like so empty that you need a professional. You need a professional for this, honey. I like you like this one. A professional. Yeah, that's kind of, yeah. So Kissland. The third song is another example. Oh, and echoes of balloons. Echoes of the balloons and Thursdays. Never mind. You know what? Kissland. And then obviously, so we got 2013 right here. This is 2011, early 2012. I don't know. I know you performed for the first time on July 24th, 2012 at the Mod Club, and you were only able to get tickets yeah, bitch, I know the fucking lore. I just keep getting off topic, and then I realize I'm off topic, and then I'm like, oh, I should just go back to it. But 2013 was Kissland, September 10th. Then in 2015, the BDSM album. I'm sorry, BBTM, Beauty Behind the Madness, where you probably were first introduced to him. Some of us hood creatures from the 1900s, however, did hear him probably sooner than that, prior to 2015 for LimeWire reasons. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. I'm not here to ruin things for you. Let there be light. Okay. So Kissland, Beauty Behind the Madness, and Starboy. So Starboy is 2016, November 25th, 2016. Fun fact, Starboy dropped, and you know who else dropped? Dead Fidel Castro. Woohoo! Allegedly, you know. Oh, it's Karsh. Oh my God, thank you. Can you leave me a comment for engagement, please? I'm pathetic, I know. But thank you so much. Share with all of your XO, please. I'm desperate. I still need to get to 1,000 subscribers. But oh, Karsh, how are you? Where are you at? We're going all. It's the weekend week. Happy weekend week. It's where we spend a week and weekend, but not Sunday because it's a holy day, celebrating the Weeknd artist because the anniversary of his death is this Saturday. And so we're doing things all week to commemorate him, even though he was quite the sinner. But we're really pouring the soul that's left of the Weeknd into our videos and stream, baby. So daily videos. Tomorrow, you're going to get another video published on YouTube, and I hope you check it out too. What is it going to be about? I don't know. Maybe it has to do with me telling you the story about my 7 concert attempts. I'll tell you how it took me 5 years to the minute for me to see the Weeknd live. This is called The Rise because in Kissland, he's exposed. He's exposed to the material world, the fame, everything that goes along with it, the money, the bitches, all of it. He's not really known as well in Japan, so when he is in Tokyo, he does happen to find somebody he can be with, but she's professional. Except he tells her a very interesting information that we're going to actually jot down in a minute. And that is, Your freedom was here in this cage all along. And he's talking about her and her lifestyle because it's called Professional, saying everything that killed you made you strong. No, not everything that killed you. Learn about yourself, and now you know, no. Girl, I'm making of it just spend, whatever. All of those nights you were up barely holding your own. Girl, you've got it made. I know I'm not a singer, okay? Shut up. It's either that or copyright. Had you playing the song, favorite song? Cause your freedom was here in this cage all alone. Ooh, how'd you drain all the soul from your eyes? Bitch, how'd you teach yourself how to smile? God, in a world, where something can't be real, every touch that you sell is a lie. So he's so aware of his fucked up behavior that he's just going to let, you know what, the adaptation of not really having much stability. I never had stability to begin with. So it's good that I don't have stability now. Now I'm rich. That's crazy. I just dropped out of high school. But it's not this does not get the appreciation it deserves. Kissland does not get the appreciation it deserves. We can talk about that later. But Beauty Behind the Madness is where most of you know him from. Either The Hills with it starting like or by I can't feel my face when I'm with you. 'Cause you're cocaine. That's really what he meant, in case you're wondering if he had like a tumor or something. I don't know. Often. Girl, I do this often. Get that pussy pop. Ah! I'm a acquainted. Me telling you the whole track list. Well, I'm sorry that every song is a bop. Okay, we got Earned It. And girl, you earned it. You deserve it. The way you work it. Girl, you mine. Not the wig exposed. On a lonely night. Ooh. Are you ready to tell stories in the dark? Beauty Behind the Madness begins with a song called Real Life. That song, intro track, okay, everything is intentional with Abel. So the Kissland, we had the theme, the concept of this professional in Japan that he was using to numb out the pain he felt from not being with the girl that he had to leave in the town, which is the second track. That he had to adapt to being without in the third track, because I lay my head on 1,000 beds. This is the adaptation, the track number 3 from Kissland. This is my favorite song. It's tied with After Hours and Without a Warning. Those are all tied for my favorites. But Beauty Behind the Madness, Starboy. I'm just going to continue because I do have to rap. And then the fall is After Hours. Dawn FM. I'm not going to go and grab that. It's in there. It's in there. It's too far. It's too far. And most importantly of all, the 1-year anniversary of Hurry Up Tomorrow. Wow. Which will be the anniversary of his death on the 31st. We're going to be having a little memorial. If you guys are available on Saturday, I don't know what you're doing. But I hope that you can make some time. Stop by the stream. We're going to be commemorating the Weeknd. 1 year. Should have known with all the blood. We're gonna be giving speeches. We're all just gonna be saying something nice. Abel's fine though. The Weeknd got killed, but not Abel. All right? That's what happens at the end. So because this is called The Fall. Oh, fuck me in the ass. I meant to put The Fall in the second one. I'm sorry. So my bad. It's the first one's trilogy. I think of it as a prologue. The trilogy prologue. Then the second one is The Fall. That's right. So Kissland, Beauty Behind the Madness, Starboy, they're all about stardom and the consumption and his misery and his just like he's mad that he's a star now. But then that's why The Fall is the name for that little section, because that's Kissland. That's Beauty Behind the Madness. The same motherfucker who in the beginning, who in the end of a music video. Fuck, which one? I don't know, but in the music videos for Beauty Behind the Madness, we actually see the beginning of what Abel begins to give us as more imagery. Now, it's not really the beginning because technically he did play lesbian porn during the Kissland era. But hey, Mary? Mary, are you there? Are you there? Where'd my mouse go? Mary? Mary? I have to pee. We're going to do just a little 7-minute break, and then we're going to be right back. Keep it cool. Keep it cozy. Keep it legal. Or keep it private. So, I will be right. I'm Allie. I'm your host. We're actually going to finally start talking about it because I finally wrote down the 3 things. But I'm going to go pee. The moment I get back, I am rapping King of the Fall without the lyrics because it's my moment to shine. Hey, you can't blame me for thinking this way when I hear songs like the one that Abel makes for The Weeknd. Abel is The Weeknd's ghostwriter. I'm going to rap King of the Fall when I get back. I gotta go. Oh my God, what the hell? Wow. I'll see you in 6 minutes. If I can find the damn mouse. Where's the stupid mouse? Found it. Okay, time to pee. Oh, shit. Yo, I'm never gonna pee at this rate. The timer will have run out. Oh, yeah. So, remember I mentioned my cousin Angie earlier? The reason I mentioned her is because we were supposed to do the 10-hour discography deep dive. So I set up this small podcast room to be a 2-person thing. And then because of the storm, she had to change her flight to a super earlier flight. And that prevented us from filming anything. But that kept this in the state it's in. So it was set up for like 2 people. And so I'm very metaphorical with The Weeknd and Abel, you know? Oh, Allie, you can make a metaphor out of anything. Yeah, I know. I know. Looking for the rainbow. Found it. HDMI 1. Okay. 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 Oh, what the fuck just fell? What just fell? now your host. Please put your hands together for the algorithm. Damn. Okay. There it is. Hey guys, shout out XO. I'm back from my little break, and now we're actually with TikTok. So, oh god. God, I always landed. What do you mean you're not good to interact with? I think you're great. Because I get to I talk to myself regardless. You know what I mean? I'll laugh at my own jokes. You don't have to. That's one of the perks of being with me. Funky. Let me turn that on. Because we have got to begin with the final trilogy with identifying these themes. After I rap King of the Fall. For copyright, I cannot play the song. So I'll just be rapping that. Hold on. Okay. I need like a little jingle, like you know how it's Wheezy, you know, or Snoop Doggy Dogg. I don't know. I just need a little thing, you know. Hold up. Don't forget that my cousin was literally just here. I just told you about that. And so I set this room up for 2 people, but there's only one. It's me. Not because of anything she did. It's because of the stupid winter storm. Are you at the winter storm? Let me know. Are you experiencing this winter storm? Anyway. I'm not. In case you're wondering. Yep, so. I wonder if I go to the webcams app, if I can figure out a way to get this to tilt downward for the tatage. For the tatage. One moment, please. Give it up for the tatas. Let's try to get this camera down, down, down. I am a clown. Baby, But thanks, I really appreciate the compliment though. Protox. Protox. Why am I now reading that correctly? I kept saying Proto-X07. All right, I am currently on Twitch. We're going to be discussing the Weeknd as we have been already. So we've discussed that there are, all right, repeat it with me, 3 trilogies. And in each trilogy has 3 albums, duh. But there's a trilogy of trilogies, which makes it such a mindfuck. A trilogy. Oh, Proto_X. Gotcha. We're talking about the discography of The Weeknd. Ava McConan Test Faye. If you're wondering why my hair is blonde, it's obviously blonde for a purpose. Because just like The Weeknd's work, there's way more symbolism than you ever know. Especially with me. That's why I'm so into The Weeknd. No one gets that because no one asks me why. They're all just like, oh my god, again? And I'm like, shut the fuck up. As if hearing without a warning 14 times in a row is not a blessing. Simmer the fuck. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I play Faith too many times? Are you that stupid? Wow, this shit really does follow me, huh? There's a paradox in oh, how's my audio? There's a paradox in knowing too much. I always end up unhappy, says Proto_X. Oh, damn. See, you can know too much and choose to be oblivious. And oh no, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole, but knowing too much, ending up unhappy is very ironically enough related to the theme of the final trilogy. Like I mentioned, the final trilogy is the After Hours album that came out in 2020, March 2020. Dawn FM, which came out on January 7th, 2022, I want to say. You can fact check me. And then Hurry Up Tomorrow, which came out January 31st, 2025 AD. That is almost a year ago, hence the Weekend week to celebrate. Yay, Oblivion. So let's start from the bottom, because in its own, After Hours, oh my god. Okay, I'm going to take you back to 2019 Thanksgiving, okay? It was a Thanksgiving before you knew that there was going to be a Rona situation. Maybe you had even reflected on that time. Maybe you were like, I remember, like, I spent Thanksgiving with blah, 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 and the Rona, and blah, blah, blah. I don't know what your memory or your affiliation is with Thanksgiving, but the Thanksgiving, maybe you were at the movies, maybe you were watching Knives Out, because I was, but that Thanksgiving of 2019 was actually different. It was very different. It was telling us, the people, oh, and guys, share my live. Share my live. Share my live. Share my live. Because it's telling me what I should do. It's like, you should tell your follower to tell them to share, increase viewership, which, duh. However, share anyways, baby. After Hours alone was a masterpiece. I didn't think After Hours could ever be topped, honey. So we begin with the tale of After Hours. Woo! By the time I'm finally starting the stream, it's After Hours. Am I right, boys? All right. So here we have. Oh, wait a minute. Isn't there like a keyboard, a whiteboard feature? Hold on. Why am I just holding it up like that? Wait, what's this called? Oblivion, yeah. Oblivion, yeah. Oblivion, yeah. Oh, I've got all the time in the world. Wrong artist, I know, but it's on my head. But for now, I'm just chilling, cause it's a beautiful feeling. Oblivion, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Let's go, baby. All right, perfect. Hey, Sal. Wait, Sal? Sup, Sal? Welcome to the EXO channel. I am your EXO host. And welcome to EXO University. We're going over the themes, the symbolism, and more in the Weeknd's discography, beginning with the final trilogy. So, After Hours came out in 2020. What was that? Hold on. Oh my god, thank you! This bitch just called me Malfoy looking ass. Thank you for the $20 though. Yeah, I'm Lucius Malfoy. I'm Lucia. Lucia. Okay, so After Hours right here. In After Hours. Okay, so Thanksgiving of 2019. Wherever you were, it doesn't matter, because what happened on that day changed lives and history forever. What had happened was Abel McConan Tesfaye, aka at the time The Weeknd, because The Weeknd has passed away. We'll get into the death, because the death is this. We're actually, even though this trilogy is called The Rise, it is the one about his death. yeah, so these are the last 3 albums. With Dawn Hours. After Hours had 16 tracks, and those 16 tracks were so... It's one of my favorite albums of all time. I love After Hours. And when it was Thanksgiving of 2019, if you're like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Well, we got a random announcement from Abel telling us, hey, you're gonna get my first single off my new album, Heartless, tomorrow night. Then the day after, I think it is Thanksgiving. I think it was Thanksgiving because I went to go see Knives Out, and I remember listening to Blinding Lights for the very first time when I was sitting in the movie theater, just like waiting for my ride. But UT Thugless, how are you? At least I'm asking how you doing, sir. This dropped during the pandemic. Well, this was alongside Animal Crossing, a simultaneous launch with COVID. And that was when lockdown began. Lockdown had begun already. It had been a week. We were still trying to find toilet paper. We were still trying to find waters, all of that stuff. But Blinding Lights and Heartless, from months prior, from Thanksgiving, like, we did not know. I knew that he was going to take us on a psychedelic chapter. He told us that. A psychedelic mind-bending chapter, I think, is what he referred it as. I don't know, but when he was, because he likes to tease us, the fans. He likes to delete everything, as he should. And then when it's about to be a new cycle, kind of like your period, instead of like ovulation, you instead get an entire drop of all pictures from his Instagram. And then a black profile picture. And he just posted his first story the other day. And I think he was just laughing at some older guy singing Out of Time. I don't know. But After Hours felt like it came at the perfect time. We have been waiting since 2016 Starboy. Bruh. It had been 4 years, and yes, I am aware we did get him. We did get My Dear Melancholy. We did. I'm not here to ignore the beautiful girl. It does make the math off. That's part of the reason why I'm not sticking to it as much. Oh no, my boobs. Hi, Sal. All right. Just put it right in front of the camera, Allie. You genius. Oh. Whoa. 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 Oh, 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 oh. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. I got a flash goal. What? My device says what? What's a flash goal? What the fuck is a flash goal? Okay. Jesus. Okay, where the All is fine. It's sideways. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Okay. You over here. Sorry. I heard you do drugs now. You heard wrong. I've been on it for a minute. We just never act a fool. That's just how we fucking live it. And when we act a fool, it's probably because we mix it. Yeah, I'm always on that okie dokie. Oh. I'm a believer that calling someone a Malfoy looking ass is offensive. Oh shit. Oh hey. Okay. What the? I was finally about to say, oh my god, everything is finally set up. And the moment I did that, I fucking changed the channel. My life is so hard. Oh. Revelio. I have to get the Benjamin Accio. Okay. And I just need to know if you are watching this and you believe that Faith is the best track off of After Hours, I need to know your opinion. If it is. But if I OD, I want you to OD right beside me. I want you to follow right behind me. I want you to hold me while I'm smiling, when I'm dying. But if you know me, when I go missing, you know where to find me. Driving by the boulevard is blinding, blinded by all those desert lights. And I feel everything. I am looking for my TV control. Oh, I found my pen. And I found my remote. It's like God was like, girl, I need you to get that pen first. And the only way to get you to do that is to help you like look around something. I don't know, but get it together, honey. HDMI 1. Okay, now we're really going to start the class. 2 hours later. Okay. Malfoy looking ass. Okay. After Hours begins with the very first theme to discuss. I don't have this written down. Look at me. Do I look like I've had this shit written down? No. And I actually kind of like my blonde hair right now. Damn it. Even though I look like a Malfoy. HDMI 1. Okay. Here, After Hours, okay? After Hours. We did not know the name of the album until what, like January 17th? That is very specific. Can someone Google that? What name would you call you? What name do I call myself? So technically my name is Allie. But I do want to give this blonde persona a name. If I'm feeling crazy, I'll name her Hadid. I'm just kidding. Gomez. What do all 3 intro tracks? Well, I don't know what your question was. If we look at all the 3 intro tracks to the final trilogy, we have Alone Again, Dawn FM, Wake Me Up. Note, Alone Again It's going to come in later. But Alone Again was what he was singing during the SoFi incident. So he lost his voice on stage. I was there. I remember it all too well. So keep that in mind for later. It's going to come in with themes and symbolism and stuff. But Alone Again. This guy, so The Weeknd has pretty much always been very lonely. And that's so sad. He tells us at the end of Hurry Up Tomorrow is because his dad, he has abandonment issues from his dad. And get that. But in After Hours, the theme of being alone is only really explored as something that is avoided at all costs. So, for example, the very first mask imagery we even get for this. Ow, my hair. Okay, I can just focus on you. So the Alone Again. The literal first lyrics are, take off my disguise, I'm living someone else's life. Do you get how that one sentence is the synopsis for the whole final trilogy? Wild. We didn't know that though. We didn't know until a year ago. In Alone Again, he sings, take off my disguise, I'm living someone else's life. Suppressing who I am inside. So I throw 2001s in the sky. So when he takes off his facade of being The Weeknd and he's just he's just alone again. He knows he's living someone else's life. He knows that he's not the person that the decisions he made would normally reflect, if that makes sense. Abel prisoner of Azkaban. No, prisoner, the song from Beauty Behind the Madness. I'm a prisoner to my own addiction. Oh my God. Prisoner, lonely. Okay. We also get cage imagery. Interesting. I'm just going off the top of my head. So, Alone Again. We're going to notice another motif, and that's going to be time. Time is a huge motif in the final trilogy, especially the final trilogy, although relevant, I'm sure, throughout, but the most relevant because it has to do with the whole concept of the trilogy. Yeah. So Alone Again begins exactly how you think. Like I already said, I could also just pull up the lyrics and I'll have to try to remember them. Suppressing. Ooh. Guys, I'm kind of hungry. And if anyone can tell me what you believe the symbolism with my new overlay is, that would be sick. Okay. And I'm also hoping that my microphone is the correct microphone. It is. Oh, goody. You look like the 4th of July. Okay, let's start in After Hours. So, in Alone Again, the lyrics set the tone for the whole album. It's just loneliness. He's experiencing so much loneliness, but he's aware he caused it. It's Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde in the beginning, it feels like. Take off my disguise and living someone else's life, forgetting who I am inside. Wait. Repressing who I am inside. So I thought 2001's in the sky. $2001 bills, meaning he's back to the old. He's back to Wicked Games, like pretty much. Just throwing 2000. Now he has more money to throw, but he's just alone again. The beginning of Kissland, he's alone and professional, and he's alone in real life, physically alone. And the beginning of Starboy, he's alone. In My Dear Melancholy, he's fucking alone. Kissland alone. Did I make it clear? So, loneliness is one of our main primary themes today. Where's my eraser? Because we have time, we have okay, loneliness. But what's crazy is that the theme of loneliness is explored so prevalently. My back just is killing me, sorry. You're also alone. Well, good news for you, because if he ended the discography, that means that, I mean, he had an ending, so we're going to talk about that. Okay. So, loneliness. He's an only child. He was born to Ethiopian parents that fled the Red, if we want to call back to Red Terror, from Hurry Up Tomorrow. Like, she was, oh my God, Red Terror. His mother, raised him with his grandmother and would teach him Amharic from Ethiopia. But he was raised in Scarborough, Canada, or Scarborough, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Loneliness gets explored so much in the finale, the finale's finale, that I'm going to rename finale to Finali. Loneliness, and we're going to talk more about it in a second. Let's see. Fame is one of the most critical ones. Mask. I would say the flowers from After Hours, like, that showed up. That was in the Heartless and in the Blinding Lights music video that wilted or like came back to life or something. And then was then reflected again in the Gasoline music video. Yeah. When it showed the flower again, also like, so. Time of day, After Hours, Dawn FM, tomorrow, that's time. But as we go through the rest of the tracks, you'll see there's even more with time, fame, loneliness, fame, time. Obviously drugs, but faith. His religion. One of the underappreciated aspects of Hurry Up Tomorrow is the closure it brings for a character that seemed to only want to go to hell to end up in heaven. Yeah. Fame, time, faith. I wouldn't say nihilistic, but definitely fame, time, faith, and mask. So let's explore mask. Oh, wait, hold on. Let the rain fall down and wake my dreams. And LA. How could I fucking forget? Los Angeles, the hills. Oh my God, am I dumb? I don't have it. Like I said, I don't have it written down. I was looking at my camera and then remembered my symbolism and my attire today and was like, oh, that's right. So we got loneliness, fame, time, faith, music, the mask. I was like, what the fuck did I write? Mask and Los Angeles. Faith, yeah, okay, religion falls under that. Mm. The most poignant time or song in which we hear Abel talking about The Weeknd talking about religion. It is all the way back in Starboy in Ordinary Life, I think. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm happy to be wrong. That's how I learn. I just think he then was talking about heaven on her mouth got a hell of a tongue. I can't keep going with it, but that's not the only reference. It's like, heaven knows I have been taught. La, 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 la. That's Ordinary Life, Starboy, great track. But Los Angeles, LA, in After Hours, the very first few tracks introduce us to this character, The Weeknd, as not like the Weeknd we knew from Starboy. Because remember, there was My Dear Melancholy, comma, at the end of this. So, I mean, before this After Hours album. It was an EP, it was 6 tracks. But that was like, we got a little bit back to the EXO days kind of tracks, like grungy, but raw. And I mean, he resents so much bitch resents. Resentment, regret. Duh, phantom regret. What else? Honestly, reminiscing. In Niagara Falls. Okay, so Niagara Falls in Hut, Hurry Up Tomorrow. He in Niagara Falls says I've spent my life going back in time. Time, duh. But that's reminiscing. Let's talk about the biggest If you mess up just a little, maybe I'll make it right. Oh my god, my bad. Pendulum's up. So for the rest of the week, we're going to be going over these little themes. Little themes, my ass. Okay, so these aren't really little themes because they they are the story. They're the narrative of the concept. I have concepts of a plan. God. These are the most fundamental pieces of the final trilogy. I wore a mask playing Zelda. Well, I'm almost done with this stream, and then I'm gaming again. Final trilogy. These are our themes. Oh, and eyes. Right? Weird, but also whatever. I'm just going to go and do this. That the final trilogy was inspired by Abel's love of cinema, which was why I think that the Hurry Up Tomorrow movie deserves more appreciation. So I'm going to be reacting to the Hurry Up Tomorrow movie and uploading it on YouTube. Because this is the weekend week. Woo! So his love for cinema and... Wait. I don't know what random memory I'm having. I don't have the source cited. But did Abel and Lamar, when they were in high school, take photography? Why would I know that? Why would I think that? Oh, what's up, Snag? Hold up, wait a minute, let me throw my ass back in it. What was I about to do? In the water. Shut up. Final trilogy sin. Oh yeah, I was gonna just gonna look that up. If for some weird reason Lamar C. Taylor, and Abel M. Tesfaye happen to have taken photography, then I will consider myself a Weeknd historian officially, equal to a professor. No one can out exo me. If I'm right, I could just have, I don't know why I thought that. I know he worked at American Apparel, and he would, the weekend before, like, everyone knew who he was. I know he worked at American Apparel. Keep in mind, before everyone knew who he was, meaning there was a time when he didn't need to be lonely because he didn't have the patterns that made him lonely yet. Damn. The Weeknd, Lamar, photography. Is that where they met, maybe? Lamar is the primary creative director and photographer for The Weeknd. He was instrumental in the visual identity. I know who he is. I mean, they're the ones who dropped out of high school together. He's a co-founder. Thank you for the super chat, Douglas. I wish I was as strong as the straps on your shirt. Doesn't show me anything about photography class. So I guess I'm not that bitch. That's fine. Okay. So it's all cinematography based. When we stream again, we're going to kind of go into more on where we're seeing this. As for LA, bing, 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 bing. That is why I'm wearing this blonde hair. Because LA girls all look the same. LA girls all look the same. That's part of the problem with LA. And literally in the imagery and the symbolism of him wearing the masks, not the masks, like the bandages and his red jacket character, like just going through so much in Vegas. It's because he left Los Angeles. So I am here to represent Los Angeles, honey. Hence the blonde hair. So this is me like trying to be one of the girls that he's one of the girls, that's a song of his. One of the girls that he's like talking about. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. See, I never would have thought that. I didn't know that's a thing. What, do people just request songs? Yes, so I'm going to conclude this by saying, remember, there are 3 trilogies with 3 albums in each. And there are 3 songs added to the album, making this trilogy cubed. That's math. Okay? So if there's 3 trilogies and 3 albums in each of them, 333, and that's the 3rd thing that I'm talking about. Hence why it's, oh God. Okay. We're going to be exploring faith quite a bit when I react to the Hurry Up Tomorrow movie. But it's going to be a week full of content, and I'm looking forward to it. So I'm going to hop off the stream, and I'm going to like hang out, and I'm going to play a game. I don't know what game yet. I might decide to stream it. I might not. If you throw 20 my way, I'll come back. Just kidding. But I did drop a brand new video on my YouTube channel, the Algorithm YT. Pretty young thing. Do you want some? You want to be high for this. You don't know what's in store, but you know what you're here for. Close your eyes and lay yourself beside me. Oh, hold tight for this ride. We don't need no affection. Come alone. We don't need attention. Open your hand. Take a glass. Don't be scared. I'm right here. Even though you don't know, you want to be high for this. You want to be high for this. And if you do go check out the video on YouTube, please give it some comments and a like, because I need the algorithm to work in the algorithm now. No more irony. I need it to be real. Okay, thank you. Have a good night, guys, and I will see you in tomorrow's